Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today I will be beating Dark Souls 2 with only the Chaos Blade. Now, it's been a while. I think it's been probably like at least a couple months since I've made a video. Honestly, I've just been so busy, I just haven't really had much time. But now I'm finally becoming more free again, so I have more free time to actually make these videos. But yeah, no, I really do hope you guys enjoy watching. But to kick this off, we are immediately gonna have to go cheese the Dragon Rider, because we can't even wield the sword yet, because you need 12 strength and 25 dex, which you just can't get that in the starting class. But luckily this game just feeds you souls by the spoonful, so you'll usually be able to level up pretty easily. Now the Dragon Rider cheese, if you do not know, is you just get him to walk towards you and then do his like stab attack off the edge, which I'm pretty sure every single Dark Souls 2 player knows how to do. You know, it's been so long that I actually kind of forgot how to do the firebomb cheese, so this is just me throwing 6 fire bombs at the wall, trying to get it to blow up, because I don't remember the exact angle. It's been too long since I've played Dark Souls 2, because like my last couple of videos has been straight Dark Souls 3. Alright, now time for the last giant. Not too difficult, especially because I'm using I don't actually know exactly when you get the Chaos Blade, but the thing that sucks about it in this game is, unlike the other two where it takes a set amount of health every time, this takes a percentage of your health, which means no matter how much health I get, I still have only so many swings until the thing kills me. Like, I don't get extra swings by getting my health up, but luckily, early game, you can get the Restoration Ring, which kind of combats that, and then whenever you have enough souls to just have a bunch of life gems, you can just be constantly popping those to make up for the health loss, so it really isn't too bad. Now, I'll be real, I really do enjoy the Pursuer fight, but honestly, a lot of the time I try to just kill him with the ballistas, because I think that's kind of fun to try to do. That's honestly probably why I like this boss, because of the ballistas in the room to try to kill him with. I don't end up actually hitting him with the ballista, or at least I don't think I do. I think I just have to fight him the old-fashioned way, which isn't really too bad, because he's got like 5 attacks. I don't even know. I really feel like the Dark Souls 2 bosses, I almost feel like they have less attacks than the Dark Souls 1 bosses, you know? Like, I feel like Centipede Demon had more than 5 attacks, you know? And honestly, at some point, if I can get my capture card set up, I probably will try to stream some Night Rain. Maybe I'll do a challenge on it. But I've actually not gotten around to beating it, because I got it on my PC. I got 20 hours in, like 3 or 4 bosses dead, and my whole save file corrupted. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this, so I bought it on Xbox. Probably played like 10 hours on Xbox, and I'm to the same point, which is good that I was able to get my progress back. But honestly, after that, I just haven't been able to like have fun in the game, just because I've spent so long like recouping. Because also during that 20 hours, my save files corrupted like twice. The first time was like within the first hour of release, so I didn't think it was that big of a deal, and I thought that was just like something that could go wrong like at release. But then no. And then I think I got 2 bosses in, it broke. And then yeah, I got 4 bosses in, it broke. And then by the time I was up to 4 bosses on Xbox, it was just, I was playing Recovery for so long that the game just wasn't fun anymore. Because it's also not as randomized as I thought it would be. Like, it is somewhat randomized, but it's only randomized on like a few map layouts, you know what I mean? Moving on. I was having a little bit of trouble with the Ruin Sentinels, and so I thought maybe to power up a little more, I would pop the Bonfire Aesthetic I got for my starting gift, and go cheese the Dragon Rider again. Yeah, this is just same old Dragon Rider cheese. Nothing too crazy there, but you do get like twice as many souls because it moves to New Game Plus. You know, at this point I kind of just gave up on the Rune Sentinels. I didn't end up actually fighting them this run because they were actually low-key killing me a lot. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just the fact that there's 3 of them, and so in early game I don't have that many life gems. And so then I tried to kill them. I did end up killing them, but by pushing them off the map, I lost access to the key that I need to progress. And you can see here I'm reloading the game to try to like recover it, but I end up having to just spawn in the key, because if I didn't do that, if I didn't spawn in the key, I wouldn't be able to complete the game. Unless I just got to 1,000,000 souls, then I guess I could bypass the Shrine of Winter. But I wouldn't actually be able to like go to the old Iron, or no, what's back there? That's the old Iron Keep, right? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to go back there. Which, there are some upgrade materials I need back there. And I also want to, like, not just farm souls to progress, you know what I mean? Moving on to the Flexile Sentry, which is a pretty easy boss, but I think it's a pretty unique one. I definitely like the fact that you're never, like, behind the boss where it can't really do anything to you. Like, you're just on the other side of the boss where he can just immediately swing again. But he's not a very hard boss. And also, I like the water mechanic with the water level rising, but I don't think I've ever taken so long on him where the water level rising has ever been a significant issue. So, yeah. But I mean, I definitely do really enjoy this boss. I wouldn't say really enjoy. It's a unique boss, I'll say that. Moving on. On to the Lost Sinner, which honestly I really do enjoy this fight. The one thing I don't like is how the lock-on is pretty bad when you don't turn on the lights, which I understand that makes sense. I just wish that, like, if I start locking onto them, it would stay locked on. Well, I mean, I guess when they jump, it always loses lock, but whatever. I mean, I just actually no. Oh, I mean, I guess at that point I lost them, but I couldn't see them anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you can lock in at a long. I don't know why I'm complaining so much about the Lost Sinner fight. It's not a bad fight. I was trading hits quite a lot with them. I just was kind of just eating life gems the entire time. Like, I don't think I really did this fight very well. But I don't think I did awful either. And I don't even think my weapon was upgraded at this point. I did manage to get my weapon to level 5, which was kind of nice. I think I got it to level 5 before I killed Ancient Dragon. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I'll try to add in the points where I level up the weapons, or when I level up my weapon if I can find them. I'm unsure if I've already leveled up my weapon at this point. I don't think so, because I don't think this early in the game you can get very many Petrified Dragon Bones, because that's what you need to level up this weapon. So yeah. Yeah, no, this fight, I really enjoy it, but lock-on kind of sucks. Moving on. Here's where I spawn in the Rotunda key because of me murdering whatever that lady is preemptively. Right, not necessarily preemptively, it's just I knocked her off the map so I couldn't pick up her item. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't understand why it doesn't operate like any other Dark Souls games where you can refresh and their drops are where they're supposed to be. But who knows. On to the Skeleton Lords, which honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that life gems were in this game, a boss like this would scare me with this weapon. Because it's literally just a boss where it's just a horde of enemies. Which, I also hate that as boss design. I don't, like, I mean, the congregation, whatever that's supposed to be, that's, like, easy. This is a little harder just because there's so many more skeletons. And also, if you don't do it in the right order, like, you need to get rid of the wheel skeletons first. Those are the biggest problems, and I would really ideally only kill one big skeleton at a time, and then, like, clear out the wave that he spawns in. The order I do it is just wheel skeleton, and then usually the armored skeletons, and then the regular ones, which, I mean, yeah, no, if I was playing Dark Souls 1, I guess Dark Souls 1 I could have had, like, 10 Estus, but, yeah, no, I don't know why in this game you start with 1 Estus. I really feel like you should start with at least 3. Like, I feel like that would be a good number in this game. Because I don't think I've ever gone over 5 Estus in this game. Like, I really don't. And if I have, I don't know when I did it. Like, if I did do it, it was probably, like, on recording. Because it was probably during one of my challenge run videos. But I just don't know if I've ever gone out of my way that much to level up my flask. Because, honestly, life gems work well in this game. Like, I honestly kind of like life gems. I honestly wish every Dark Souls games had life gems. I just hate that this one relies on you using life gems as your basically main source of healing. Because you have 1 or 2 Estus. Like, the Estus is usually the backup plan. Like, when you're really low and you just need health fast, that's when you pop the Estus. Otherwise, most of the time, you're gonna want to just be using life gems, just to save the Estus for when you actually need it. I changed up paths, went to the Shaded Woods and grabbed my first Petrified Dragon Bone out of this chest. I think later down the road, I use a couple of bonfire aesthetics I have to farm this location a little bit, just to get a couple more, but that's a little later down the road. After grabbing the Dragon Bone, I went to Scorpionus Nazca, so I could have enough souls to actually upgrade my weapon. I guess I could have just killed like 3 random enemies for 1,000 souls, but, you know, I'll need to kill them eventually, so why not now? So, yeah, that's what I decided to go do. Especially because I was just already in the area picking up the thing. I did die to her like 3 times. I honestly don't know what got me. I honestly didn't get killed as much as I did. Well, no. I didn't get the grab attack that she has. I didn't get hit by that a single time the first time around. As soon as I fight her in New Game Plus, she can, like, just hit me every single time with those. Like, I swear. I don't understand how she can do it, but she can do it. Or maybe that was just me not being locked in when I was on New Game Plus. But I feel like that just comes out faster on New Game Plus. I don't know, though. Because I was able to dodge it every time while I was fighting her the first time. But yeah, no. This fight isn't... I mean, I don't know. This is really slow now that I'm realizing it. We are 13 minutes into the video, and I haven't even lit the second primal bonfire. Wow. I do not know how long this is, because I don't script my videos. Honestly, I might, going forward, move some of my fights into 4 times speed, depending on how boring they are, just for sake of time, because now that I'm, like, in this, I just don't think it's gonna... Like, if this is an hour and 30 minutes, nobody's gonna watch it. Like, I'm gonna be honest with myself, nobody's gonna want to watch that. So, I am gonna have to maybe accelerate some of the... Because, I mean, this takes forever. I mean, it really doesn't help that I have to, like, wait for my health to raise before I can attack again, but yeah. Alright, 4 times speed for Congregation. I know this is almost unwatchable because, I'm pretty sure, Dark Souls 2 is stuck in 30 FPS, which is kind of shocking, because I'm pretty sure Dark Souls Remastered is 60 FPS, if I'm not mistaken. Which that means, I don't understand, because my recording was in 30 FPS, which makes me think the game is only playable in 30 FPS. Because otherwise I feel like it'd be higher. Now, I think I'm gonna also have this one in 4 times speed, just because it's literally just me running around a spider and hitting it like once or twice and then running to the other side of the spider. So, yeah. I mean, honestly, this fight isn't so bad, though, for this weapon, because while I'm running to back and forth from the heads, I can be popping life gems to be getting my health back, and then just be regenning while I'm running to the next head. So, I mean, this fight isn't horrible for this sword, to be honest, given the fact you really only get in like 1 or 2 swings at a time before running for a little while. But yeah, no. This fight wasn't too awful. And also, make sure you grab the Great Soul at the back of the room. Moving on. Jabba the Hutt did not put up a fight. I mean, actually, I think he almost killed me here. I'm not even gonna lie. But I think that was because, yeah, no, that was because I kind of just started wailing on him. I got my own health to half HP, and then he almost killed me. Okay, back to 2 times, because Mytha isn't an awful fight to watch, and I don't think I took too long on this. I mean, I guess honestly Congregation and the other one could have been 2 times speed, but I mean, doesn't matter now, and nobody really cares about those 2. Like, so no point really bothering with that. But yeah, no. Not much to say about this fight, because this one I'm doing like really good damage still, you know? And it's shocking me. Because I'm pretty sure my weapon's only like, what, level 1 right now? Okay, for like a funny bit, I thought it'd be kind of funny if I did it 50 times speed all the way, for me running all the way through the gutter to get to the Rotten at the end of it, because there's like nothing in this portion of the game. And here we are. We have reached the Rotten. I tried to do 100 times speed for the joke, but I couldn't stop it in time before the Rotten was just dead. And I really hope you guys enjoyed that little montage of me running all the way through the gutter, even though it's probably unwatchable. But, I mean, doesn't really matter. But yeah, no, Rotten's pretty easy. I think I actually managed to chop his arm off, which made the fight significantly easier, even though I'm already, like, chunking his health. But yeah, no, it's... Honestly, I felt like it. Yeah, no, I managed to get his arm to fall off, which I felt like that was pretty cool. But still got me with a shockwave attack. That was the only thing he could really hit me with now that he has no arm. I honestly don't understand why he doesn't switch hands with the machete. They probably didn't code that in. You know, I was thinking about doing another montage for the Iron Keep, but I realized it would literally be like a second and 50 times speed, because I honestly only spent like 15 minutes in this first part, and like 15 minutes in the second, which really isn't bad compared to how long they usually take. But yeah, no. This fight isn't too bad, because I'm already going to be losing health from my attacks, which means I'm already going to be like eating life gems almost constantly, which means that the fire tick damage he does to me isn't really bad. And I mean, it kind of is pairing with the damage from the sword, but, you know, I'm kind of used to that taking damage at this point. And so, yeah. I still really don't know how I feel about it being a percentage of your health, though, in this one. Definitely makes it a lot more annoying than in Dark Souls 1 and 3. But yeah, no. There's nothing really much to say about this Smelter Demon fight. There is a lot to say about the run to get here, though, because, oh my lord, is it awful. I mean, I think it's just RNG, whether or not you can make it here without clearing out every single enemy. Because I remember my first playthrough, I literally had to clear out this and the Shrine of Amana to even progress, which was just so annoying. Alright, now with my new fit and my, I think, level 3 now sword, I am locked in, because I actually just can't find the... I mean, I probably could find it, but I've only have, like, an hour to edit this before I need to get it out. Or I guess I don't necessarily need to get it out. I want to get it out by a certain time. And so... And I also don't want to make the video any longer than it already is, because it's already going to be like 50 minutes, I feel like. Because this is the halfway point just about. But I mean, the fights do get a lot faster. But you know, old Iron King, nothing much to say. He falls over pretty quick. Moving on. Now these two are low-key pushovers, especially because my sword's level 3 at this point, so I'm kind of shredding them. Like that guy I'm doing solid damage to, but as soon as the other guy jumps down, you'll see I absolutely chunk his health bar. Like, I'm pretty sure I actually, like, 5 hit him. 2, 3, 4, probably 6 hit him. 5. Oh, I did. I 5 hit him. I think I managed to 5 hit him there because I counterattacked him. Because if you didn't know, I think if you damage a boss while it's mid-swing, it does more damage. The more you know. I probably spent about 30 minutes trying to kill this Mimic. Also, that's insane that it killed me there, and it actually killed me like that twice. But the only reason I was going for that is because it had Petrified Dragon Bones inside of it, and I needed those to upgrade my weapon. Here's where I actually get my get back and kill him. This time I found a summon that you can get. He's literally just a guy with 2 shields. And I figured he could just distract everything else while I fought the Mimic and just looted the area, which is what I did. Now, honestly, the Looking Glass Knight was pretty easy this time around. I mean, did some fairly solid damage to him, as you can see. Not too bad. Which, honestly, I'm shocked at how much damage this sword does. But honestly, it kind of makes sense that it's a high damaging sword, given the fact it taxes your health every time you hit something with it. So I really feel like there should be a solid payoff with that. But yeah, no. Honestly, there isn't much to say about this fight. As soon as he tries to get his summon down, I almost kill the Looking Glass Knight, or I get his... I get him to 1/4 of a health, so I half his half, which is pretty good. But yeah, no, after that, I'm also able to 3-hit the NPC, so I just murder his friend, so then I can just get back to wailing on the Looking Glass Knight, which I really enjoyed this fight, I'm not gonna lie, but this time around it was a little easy. Moving on. Alright, moving on to the frog. Honestly, I don't know why I bothered popping humanity for the frog. I just was trying to make sure I didn't die to it, I guess. I don't think... Actually, I have died to the frog a couple of times. Not on this attempt, though. Or at least, maybe I do, I guess. I could have forgotten. But no, honestly, at this point, I feel like I'm doing a little too much damage. But also, the demon in this song does just take extra damage. So yeah, no, I absolutely shredded that thing. Also, in here, there's actually a bonfire. I found it out when I was playing the game for the first time, but I've ran into people streaming the game who just haven't known that was there, and I've had to tell them about it to shorten the run to Veldstadt and Vendrick. But yeah, no, if you don't know about that bonfire, you definitely should use it. Now it is time for Veldstadt. He's a pretty good boss, I won't lie. Really do enjoy this boss fight. Honestly, it's probably one of the best in the base game. Like, I like the Pursuer fight, I like this fight, I like the Looking Glass fight. Vendrick is alright, but it's kind of just the same 3 attacks, and it's kind of slow. Trying to think what other base game bosses I like. I don't even know. There's not very many like noteworthy bosses in this game, other than like a couple in the DLC. There's not really anything crazy. You know? Yeah, you can do the gank fight, the trio fight. I always hated running that fight. I'm glad I didn't do the DLCs this time around. But I mean, I just didn't really have the time to, if I wanted to get this video out when I wanted to. Alright, on to probably one of the most boring boss fights in the game, Guardian Dragon, because either it's doing the same stomp on you, or it's just in the air where I can't do anything about it. I mean, just look at this man. This is why I love this fight, is because he just flies away. And I mean, I don't know. It's the fact that I feel like other dragon fights, it'll like fly to do an attack. Half the time this guy will just fly up into the air and then land like 2 feet away from you. Which I just don't understand what it's trying to do there. But yeah, moving on. Alright, Ancient Dragon time. First, I let his dialogue finish, and I get the Ashen Mist Heart from him. I wonder if you just start murdering him without talking to him, if he'll drop the Ashen Mist Heart, or if you soft lock your game doing that. Because there definitely is some ways to soft lock your game, as we've seen earlier. Well, I guess that doesn't technically soft lock the game, because you can still get 1,000,000 souls to bypass the Shrine of Winter. But that's going to be a little hard, especially if you're a new player and you don't know that that person drops a key that you need, and then you push them off the edge there. But yeah, there isn't really much to say about Ancient Dragon though. It's just kind of sitting between his big toe and his other big toe. He's got 3 big toes. But yeah, no. Just sitting there. That's the only time he did a jump attack. I'm glad. I don't really like it when he does too many of those. But for the most part, it was just stomps and then him breathing fire under him, which you're safe if you just stand by his feet. But yeah, no. Fight isn't too hard. It's just very boring because you're just sitting there wailing on a guy for like 4 minutes straight. But you know, I've done worse. Moving on. Alright, 4 more bosses left. It's just this, and then I'll be fighting Vendrick this time around, because I fought the Ancient Dragon for his giant soul, and I've also got the other 3 that you can find scattered about. Or is it 4? No, it's 3. Because there's 3 that you get in the Forested Giants. Well, no. Yes, it is, because you get 3 from the Forested Giants, 1 from the Giant in the Black Gulch, and 1 from the Ancient Dragon. But yeah, no. At this point, I have all 5 now. Actually, I just realized now it's 4 more bosses left, because I forgot Aldia gets added on to the end, but he's not really much of a fight. It's kind of just dodging projectiles until he drops his shield, and then you just wail on him. Which I guess that's a boss fight, but it's not like a traditional boss fight where you're constantly fighting a guy. But yeah, no, honestly, Lightning Infusion on my sword, and it's also level 5, the Lightning Infusion was not a bad idea. Especially against the dragon. I imagine the dragon's weak to lightning, I think. I wouldn't actually know for sure, but I think so. But also, I feel like you really can't go wrong with lightning in any of these games. Like, it always does some good damage. There, I literally almost got one-tapped by Vendrick, which I think is kind of insane, but yeah, moving on. Alright, on to the Throne Watcher and Defender, and then Nashandra right after this, because I think I first tried both of them. I actually died to Aldia 3 times. The 2 times I did 3 attempts of Aldia. The first 2 times, I got blown up by his big fireball, because I honestly didn't really know how to dodge that. I just ran for my life though the third time, and it worked. So yeah, but no, I was able to drop the Throne Watcher pretty quickly. Honestly, that probably wasn't the best idea. I should have got Defender down a little more before killing them, because he did go for the revive, but luckily I'm able to do enough damage. I'm just able to kill him outright before he can revive his friend. And then now it is on to Nashandra. I think I actually sit through the whole cutscene here. You know what, why not? For flavor, we'll sit through it, because it's not like it's very long. But yeah, no, the fight is really not too bad. You know, immediately get rid of some of these. I just try to aim for 2, because I'm pretty sure 2 or more need to be nearby you, or you need to be really close to 1 for the curse to start affecting you. So as long as you can just kill 1 or 2 and then kind of drag Nashandra that way, you don't really need to worry about the other ones. Especially because she'll only spawn 3 especially at her starting spot, because there's no ground behind her. But yeah, no, it's kind of just wailing on Nashandra at this point, which isn't really too hard. Especially because I do quite a bit of damage at this point, which is really nice, and I'm able to kill her before she can do her next wave of stuff. Alright, now on to Aldia, which is quite the snooze fest, if I do say so myself. But yeah, no, I think I'm gonna try to make a new streaming schedule to actually stick to now that because I'm usually free on Mondays and Thursdays. So I'm trying to think of what time. I mean, I could do like maybe 1 to 4, Monday, Thursday, Saturday, or Monday, Thursday, Sunday. Honestly, I don't think that's a bad one. Or maybe Monday, Thursday, Saturday. I think I look a little harder, but I think for sure I'm gonna be streaming Mondays and Thursdays most of the time, because those I have quite a bit of, like, I have stuff going on those days, so usually I don't work on those days. So yeah, that should allow me to have like guaranteed days to stream, because that was my main problem, is if I made a streaming schedule and like I just happen to work on the days that I want to stream, then well, it sucks to suck. I can't really do anything about that. But yeah, this is the big fireball that killed me the first 2 times. I just jumped away from it, which luckily actually worked this time around, which was pretty nice. But yeah, no. But honestly, I'm kind of just glad to be back, you know? Making this video is really fun. It's just been a lot lately, and so I just haven't really had time to make any of these, but coming back to actually making these is a lot of fun. But yeah, no, with that, I did beat Dark Souls 2, with only the Chaos Blade. Honestly, this is about time coming, because I've done Dark Souls 1 and 3 with the Chaos Blade, so figured it was about time I do the second game with it. But yeah, no, I'm just glad to be back doing YouTube. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I'd like to try to consistently keep it up for a while, because my problem was I kind of just got bored of Dark Souls, so I might look into some other games to start playing for videos and such, just so I can like switch it up every once in a while. But yeah, no, I really hope you guys did enjoy watching the video. I certainly enjoyed making it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.